So students, so I am giving this extra video because I want to change actually one word in a definition that I gave of your ray. Okay, so because I want to change it, so I am giving this. I am remaking this video for all of you. So please, all of you must see this video. Okay, so let us see. So we started with the basic your terms and definitions, isn't it? So that will be used in lines and angles. So first was line. What was a line, students? What was a line? A one-dimensional figure. A one-dimensional figure, students, that has length but no breadth, and which extends infinitely on both the directions. It's called a line. Okay, students. So what is a line? A one-dimensional figure that has length but no breadth. That has length is there, but the breadth is not there. Breadth is not there means the breadth that seems to be there is negligibly small, very, very less. Okay, suppose this is a line. It has length, isn't it? It has infinite length. This side also it is, on the left also it is moving on, and on the right side also it is infinitely moving on, isn't it? So length is there, infinite length is there, but the width, breadth is very, very less, extremely less. Okay, like a hairline. Okay, or even you can think that it is less than a hairline. So length is there, but the breadth is not there. Okay, so therefore we say that it has one dimension. This whiteboard, you see, this whiteboard has length also and width also. So it has two dimensions, isn't it? But line has only one dimension. Okay, and it extends indefinitely on both the directions. This side also it is extending, and this side also it is extending. Okay. So next, students, we will learn about line segment. Okay. So what is a line segment? What is a line segment, students? A part of a line which has two endpoints. A part of a line which has two endpoints is called a line segment. Okay, a part of a line which has two endpoints, students. See, this is a part of a line, isn't it? From the line we can cut this much off, isn't it? And this must have two endpoints. A line segment is not extending. Okay, it is a fixed length. So from A to B you can measure with the help of a scale. Okay, so a part of a line segment is a part of a line that has two endpoints. This is A is one endpoint and B is the other endpoint. Okay. So then comes, after line segment, we must know about ray. Okay. So what is a ray then? A part of a line which has one end point is called a ray. Okay, that means from this point, see, that means an end point is there. From this end point the ray will start. Okay, that means a part of a line which has only one endpoint. That means at this point one endpoint is there, and from there it is extending infinitely. From here also it may start, and this side may keep on extending. Okay, so perfect example is the sun's rays. Why do we say sun's rays, students? Because this is the sun. Suppose this is the sun. From the sun, the rays are originating from the sun. Okay, so the rays are starting from the sun. The rays are starting from the sun, and it is extending infinitely in all directions. The rays are extending infinitely in all directions throughout the universe. So these are called what? These are called sun's rays. Okay. Next, students, we must know about collinear points and non-collinear points. So what are collinear points? If more than two points lie on the same line, students, if more than two points lie on the same line, then these points are called collinear points. And non-collinear points will be if more than 2 points do not lie on the same line, A, B, C. If more than 2 points do not lie on the same line, then these points are called non-collinear points, just like A, B, C. Okay, and these are collinear points. These are lying on the same line. Okay. So students, one more thing. How do we represent your line segment and ray with the help of symbols? Okay. Suppose AB is a line. Then AB will be represented this way. AB. Okay. And arrow mark. This is extending on both the directions. This is symbol for line. And if AB is a ray, students, then AB like this will be given. Okay, or ray on one side. Okay, that means it is extending only on one side. And if AB is a line segment, then this way. Okay, so if AB is a line, it will be represented this way, this diagram. If AB is a ray, then it will be represented this way, and if AB is a line segment, then it will be represented this way. Okay, students. So we learned about line, ray, and line segment, and collinear and non-collinear points, isn't it? Next, we will learn about what is an angle. What is an angle, students? An angle. If two rays originate from a single point, then the figure that is formed is called an angle. Okay, if two rays originate from a single point, then the figure that is formed is called an angle. Suppose from this one point, two rays are originating this way, then this will be ABC. So this angle is named as angle ABC. This B, where the angle is situated, that point must come in the middle. Okay, many of you don't understand how to name the angle, so it is named this way, angle ABC. This angle's name is angle ABC. Okay, and the point that the angle that is formed, the vertex at which the angle is formed, this point is always kept in the middle. Angle ABC, B is in the middle. The angle is at the point B, no? The vertex of the angle is at the point B, isn't it? This point is called, from the point from where the two rays are originated, this point is called the vertex. Okay, so this angle this point B will be kept in the middle always. Angle ABC like this. Okay, angle ABC. Okay. Again, students. Now let us learn. Let us just revise the basic, basic types of angles that we have got till now. Okay. So the first one is, because in each and every topic regarding the lines and angles we will be requiring in this chapter. Okay. So basic concepts are the main thing. So learn these things properly. Okay. So the first one is angle. Your acute angle, isn't it? Acute angle. So acute angle, an angle which is greater than 0 degree, but less than 90 degree is called an acute angle. So acute angle, so the angle should be less than 90 degree but greater than 0 degree. An angle which is greater than 0 degree, students. An angle which is greater than 0 degree but less than 90 degree. The angle must be greater than 0 degree, but the angle also should be less than 90 degree. Then only this angle will be called what? Acute angle. Okay. So this is all about acute angle. After acute angle, then we will learn about right angle. Right angle, an angle whose measure is equal to 90 degree is called a right angle. Okay, an angle whose measure is 90 degree, that means any angle, if the measure of the angle is 90 degree, suppose this angle A, B and C. Okay, so if the measure of the angle ABC, is equal to 90 degree, okay, if the measure is equal to 90 degree, then we will say that it is a right angle. Okay. So next is, students, after right angle, next is obtuse angle. So what is an obtuse angle? An angle which is greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. Less than 180 degree is called an obtuse angle. Okay, greater than 90 degree. The angle must be greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. So this angle ABC, suppose any value we have, suppose 150 degree like that. Okay. So this kind of angle which is greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. These angles are called what? These angles are called obtuse angle. So after obtuse angle, next comes your straight angle. Okay, next comes your straight angle. So an angle whose measure is equal equal to 180 degree is called a straight angle. Straight angle. So an angle whose measure is equal to 180 degree, an angle whose measure is equal to 180 degree, 180 degree. So if you measure 180 degree with the help of a protractor, you will find that 180 degree is a straight line, isn't it? So therefore 180 degree is called what angle? Straight angle. Is it okay? Like this, isn't it? An angle whose measure is equal to 180 degree is called a straight angle. So next students, next comes reflex angle. Reflex angle. An angle which is greater than, an angle which is greater than 180 degree but less than 360 degree is called a reflex angle. Friends, it's called a reflex angle. Okay, so an angle which is greater than 180 degree, an angle must be, the angle must be greater than 180 degree, but the angle must also be less than 360 degree. If the angle is greater than 180 degree but less than 360 degree, then it is called a reflex angle, just like this. So if this angle is suppose 70 degree, then this angle will be how much? 290 degree, isn't it? So angle ABC is 70 degree. This inside angle I am talking about, this angle, okay. But the reflex angle is the outside angle, okay. Reflex angle is the outside angle. So reflex ABC, reflex of angle ABC is equal to 290 degree. Is it okay? Okay now? So you will just change in this full everything that I am giving is just similar to the last video, okay? But only the ray, the definition of the ray, you see just one word extra here, that you correct, okay? That you just correct it. Otherwise everything is just same what I gave previously. So you keep it as it is, but observe the full video just to again your revision will become, isn't it? So but only I am changing the definition of the ray, okay? Here. So this is reflex angle. So okay, this is the reflex angle. So reflex angle. So students, after reflex angle comes your last one, that is complete angle. Complete angle. Complete angle. So complete angle, an angle whose measure is equal to 360 degree is called a complete angle. Okay, an angle whose measure is equal to 360 degree. If an angle is there whose measure is equal to 360 degree, then it is called a complete angle. Okay, so complete angle is of this sort. So that means the angle is starting from here. The angle is starting like this. See students, the angle is starting like this and it is rotating like this. It is rotating and one complete rotation. Understood? From here it is starting like this. The angle was on this ray, one more ray was there like this. So it started rotating like this. So acute angle, then right angle, then obtuse angle, then straight angle, then again turn, reflex angle, then fully turn, that means complete angle. Okay? So complete angle is how much? 360 degrees. So is it okay? Understood all of you? I hope all of you have understood very nicely. Okay? Resolve all these things will be required. Okay?